What is going on YouTube? It's your boy Spanko, and today I'm back with a Cyber Dragon deck profile. Cyber Dragon has been one of the more popular rogue-ish decks recently. That's because it does beat most of the meta, and it does beat it pretty simply. And it just, honestly, a really fun deck, a legacy deck. You can't complain when it comes to legacy. Now, before I just get into this profile, I'm not going to talk too much about, like, just a big intro, but before I get into the profile itself, I do want to say I started up a new gaming channel where I do Dragon Ball Legends, I do some Pokemon, I do other stuff on that channel. So if you want to check that out, feel free to go check it out. I actually, the only reason I'm remembering this is because I'm using this as a token now, and I actually just pulled this Japanese Soul Galeo, I think the name of this card is. Yeah. So I pulled the Japanese Soul Galeo full art, I think, on that channel actually just now before I filmed this video. So this is brand new, just pulled this. So if you want to check out that video, it'll be up on that other channel, and the other channel's name is AladdinGG. It will be on the screen probably somewhere. It'll be in the description below as well. So if you guys want to check that out and support your boy, that'd be very helpful. But yeah, AladdinGG, new gaming channel, and let's get right into the profile, to be honest with you. So yeah, so start with the profile. You're playing triple Cyber Dragon. This, in my opinion, is standard. Just because, I mean, Cyber Dragon, you're playing Cyber Dragon. How are you not going to play Cyber Dragon in Cyber Dragon? I feel like I'm saying that name way too much. But yeah, triple Cyber Dragon. One of my favorite cards of all time, not in the deck, like literally of all time. 3 Hers. Hers is a very good card, very good starter card. Being able to send it, search Cyber Dragon straight from your deck, very, very good. It's also a level 1, which is important, and I'll discuss why later with the 1-for-1. But Hers is very good, it's a very strong card. It's basically, like, you know, if you don't open, before it was like if you didn't open core, you really had no plays, but having Hers now is actually really, really strong. But obviously you're still playing triple core, still the best card of the deck, hands down. Never, like, would you ever want to take out core. And then to end the Cyber Dragons off, you're just playing 1 Veer. It's obviously not the best one, it's obviously not that good. So if you guys don't know what it does, basically if you normal summon or special summon a Cyber Dragon, except doing the damage type, you can special summon this card from your hand defense position. That's basically all it does. Kind of useless, but it's a good name in the deck, and that'll come up later, and it's good to make Seeger sometimes as well. And then to round off the other monsters, you're playing triple Galaxy Soldier. Obviously, I mean, it's standard, basically rank 5 spam, and it's really just a strong card in itself. I'm playing just 1 Jizukiru. I wanted to play none, to be honest. I was like, because, you know, in a lot of profiles you see them play 1. I didn't want to play any, to be honest. I didn't think it was that good, like opening 1 Jizukiru. But I realized, like, opening 1 is actually not bad. It gives you the option of going into Chimera Tech, Fortress Dragon. Yeah, it makes you go into that one fairly simply. And then I'm also maining triple Dino Wrestler Prank Tops. Now, people think, or seem to think, that this and this are not good together, but this, because you're always going to want to go second anyways. So being able to special summon this, pop itself, pop another card, and then you can special summon Cyber Dragon is just really, really strong on its own. Helps you get rid of back row. And I'm going to be honest with you, if I had something like evenly matched, which I don't have, if I had evenly matched, you would definitely want to play triple evenly matched instead of this, and then you would probably just side deck this card. But because unfortunately I don't have an evenly matched, I'm going to main the triple Dino Wrestler Prank Tops. It's just too good. And then to round out the monsters, you have to play some hand traps. It sucks, but you do have to play hand traps. I'm playing triple Ash. It is the best hand trap in my opinion. Triple Droll, which is in my opinion the second best hand trap, because a lot of the time if you just droll your opponent mid combo, or like right after they search, they'll just be like, either they make a really bad, like, mediocre board, or they just kind of stop and hope that you don't kill them. But essentially with this deck, it maximizes the opportunity to be able to kill your opponent. And then I'm just playing 2 Veiler. Now you could play Ghost Ogre. So there's 2 reasons why you could play Veiler or Ghost Ogre. Veiler is a light, so obviously it's good with Galaxy Soldier. If Veiler ends up being useless, at least you can pitch it for Galaxy Soldier. But so is Ghost Ogre. Now, why did I pick Veiler over Ghost Ogre? That's because I don't want to destroy cards. Let's say your opponent summons like an Isolde or whatever, and you Veiler the Isolde. The reason that's really good is because when you you special summon your Cyber Dragon, you can actually now use that Isolde to go into your Mega Fleet, which is actually pretty big, right? So that's why I decided to not play the Ghost Ogres and instead play the Veilers. Of course, if you have Impermanence, Impermanence is just as good, maybe even better, but literally just because it's a light and I do not have Impermanence, I am playing double effect Veiler, and that's it for the monsters. Pretty heavy monster count, but you need it to like basically just pop off and beat your opponent. So next, for the spell cards, you are playing triple machine duplication, the best machine spell card to I think ever come out, and the best one definitely for this deck, like without a doubt, like easily the best one for this deck, and that's because like, you know, normal summon core machine dupe is just like kind of GG in a lot of places, in a lot of senses. If you do this and it resolves, it's really good. And then a lot of the time, good players are gonna wait for the machine dupe, and so it's actually really good. Before I get into this next card, yeah, it's actually really good, the fact that a lot of players like to wait to use their Ash for machine dupe, because a lot of times you can like bluff having it even if you don't have it, and they'll let the core go through. They'll let this card, which I think is really good, the Cyber Emergency, they'll let this card go through, and because they're just waiting on the dupe. And then a lot of times you can also bluff that you don't have it, and let's say they Ash the core or they Ash the emergency, then you just machine dupe and you go off. So that's why this deck is also really good. It just, that sense that your opponent just doesn't know what to hit, because if they hit one thing incorrectly, it could cost them a match. Even if they do hit the machine dupe, it's not the end of the world, of course. Like, you can still play combos without machine dupe, but just having the machine dupe and having your opponent think like, oh, like I need to hit machine dupe, I can't like let machine dupe go through, you know, it lets you do your other plays around it basically. And then you just play one rev system. I wanted to play two because it's kind of a Monster Reborn searchable, but I don't think it's the best per se. If this was a quick play, it would be, I think, amazing. But yeah, this is just a one-of Monster Reborn, essentially. I'm also playing a one-of Cyber Repair Plant. It's just an extender, helps you combo off well, and I don't want to draw into it, essentially. I don't want to draw multiples of it. I'd rather just search it off the core, so that's why just one plant. And then I'm playing just two fusion cards, one Cyberload and one Overload. It kind of hurts me that my Overload is not an ulti, and I really want to get an ulti Overload. Just because this deck, when it's maxed out, is so pretty. But this is only two fusion cards I think you need. It just gets the job done, and you get to them when you need to get to them, essentially. One Monster Reborn, of course, you're going second. Playing Monster Reborn is really good. And then I'm playing one for one Foolish Burial, and one Reasoning. Reasoning is kind of like a spicy tech that I don't see a lot of people play, but I really like Reasoning in this deck. In a lot of testing, it's been so good, because your monsters' levels are all over the place. Cyber Dragon's being 5, hers is a 1, Core is a 2, you have GZQ, you have Prank Traps, and I guess you have your hand traps. But for the most part, like if they call 5, it's like, okay, I have so many other cards. So Reasoning is just amazing in that sense. Foolish, obviously Foolish, if you open it with, and then you send hers, it's really strong. And one for one to summon hers is just an extra body on board, and it could actually help you win if you can just make Seeger as fast as possible. And then lastly, I am playing one Cybernetic Overflow. This card is amazing. The reason you only play one is because you don't want to see it. You're going second all the time, right? So you would rather not open it and have it in your hand. You would rather have extenders and combo pieces, but then searching for this later if you can't kill your opponent or making a stun field is really strong. So obviously you just want to play the one. Doesn't ruin consistency, because if you play multiple, I think it does personally. And I guess like if you're a fan of two, you can take out the Reasoning. Reasoning is my own tech, obviously, but I just love this card in this deck. So that's it for the main deck. It is a 40 card main deck, and then we'll get on to the extra deck right now. So for the extra deck, obviously you are playing one Cyber Dragon Seeger. I don't think you need more than one. Basically, you make it once in the duel, and you kind of just win off of that. That's basically all you need him for. You make him one time, and you can probably just win. There's also a combo where you can make Griffin, which is why you play the Griffin, because you'll end with a Seeger, Griffin, and an Infinity, I think, or just a rank 5, but mostly time Infinity, which is obviously really strong. Summon Sork, just you play this for two reasons. One, if you want to play cherries in the side deck, I personally don't, but if you do want to play cherries in the side deck, Summon Sork is really good. Also, it facilitates the Seeger Griffin play. One Genius is underrated, and people think this card is not good, but this card is freaking amazing. Unaffected by spells and traps, and obviously like it can help negate your opponent's monsters, which are really strong. A lot of the times you use this to negate like a Colossus or a Titan. That's what it is. Colossus or Titan, and it just, you can combo off really good. The only deck you're really scared of in this matchup, I heard it on a few deck profiles, and then in testing I realized it as well, is you're really just scared of Altergeist, just because of all the traps. It kind of sucks, but Thunder Dragon's not the worst matchup. Goki is obviously like, you're literally playing Cyber Dragons, like you're known to be able to break like extra link boards. So Sky Striker is a little bit annoying, but of course you side heavily for Sky Striker. But yeah, anyways, back to the extra deck, my bad. One Linkuriboh, because if you don't have anything, worst case scenario, you can normal summon hers, make Linkuriboh, and like kind of get some plays going from there. It's just a good card, obviously, all in all. And then that's it for the Link Monster. So then you're playing double Infinity and double Nova. Nova is just amazing. Like, this card is amazing. Like, a lot of people, I think, undervalue Nova. Just it gets all your combos going, and then for some reason, if people decide to kill it, like, you can make out like your fusions come live, which is really, really strong. But I don't know why people would kill it, to be honest. And then I'm playing one Pleiades. This is the 15th card. Honestly, you could play other cards instead of it. Just through looking at deck profiles and seeing, like, I don't make it that often, to be honest with you, but like, I also don't see anything else in this extra deck being made that often. So it's one of those things where it's like, this could be a 15th card that could be replaced and switched, but for now, like, I don't see, there's no cards that I'm like, oh, I need to take out Pleiades to play this card. And then for the fusions, you're playing double Chimera Tech Rampage, OTK Machine, double Mega Fleet. Both of these come up multiple times, so you never not want to have them, which is why you play two of both, and one Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon. Fortress is obviously very strong, and it helps with the GZKiro play. And that's it for the whoa, what am I saying? That's it for the extra deck, 15 card extra deck, and yeah, we'll get into the side deck. So for the side deck, it's always obviously up to personal preference, and whatever you like and whatever you enjoy, you can obviously pick. For me, I like to play triple Inspect Border. This is because if I end up going first against Ultrageist, it's obviously really, really strong. You needed to get, like, just kind of auto win against them. Yeah, you never really want to go first in general, but if they make you go first, Inspect Border is really good. And then sometimes in game 3s, you want to go first, so you don't let them set up a board. One Raigeki, one Dark Hole. I don't like them. I'm going to be honest with you. If I could, I would take these out. They're not that good. I just have them in from rogue matchups, mirror matches, I guess you could say as well. The reason I don't like them is because evenly match is just so much better. And there's a lot of cards, like, for example, like, these cards are just honestly out of the meta. Like, cards like the Sky Strikers, you don't really want to use this. Go keyboards, I mean, I guess it can be negated, or it can bait and negate, but I don't know. It's not amazing. I just like to play it because, against the rogue decks, you have something to side and essentially going second like you want to do. But again, like I said, if you have evenly matches, what I would do is take out the 3 Prankatops, put in evenlies in the main, and then put 2 Prankatrops instead of these. 3 Book of Eclipse, this is because you want to beat Thunder Dragon, but Book of Eclipse is actually really good against a lot of other decks as well. You're also playing triple Twin Twister. Again, back row you hate, so you need to be able to, like, find these as fast as possible. And then just to round off, you're playing 2 Gozins. Again, if you go first, if you end up going first, Gozin's amazing. Like, honestly, if you can set up an Inspect Border plus a Gozin on your, like, for going first against, like, Altergeist, they just kind of scoop at that point. I don't think they can out it, to be honest. It's really, really strong. And then double Red Reboot. Again, Altergeist, I hate it. The new Trickstar Trap Trick deck that's going around, like the Trickstar Artifact, that plays Trap Trick. That deck is pretty good right now, and it's going around it's pretty common, I would say. So Red Reboot is obviously a really good card against that deck as well. That's it for the 15 card side deck. This deck is fun. It is competitive. I'm not going to pretend like it's one of those decks that is not competitive, because it definitely is. It's seeing a lot of tops recently, and it's obviously just, I think throughout all of the Link era, Cyber Dragon is going to be a viable deck. It's obviously, I don't think, going to ever be the #1 deck or the best deck, but it's always going to be a viable competitive deck, just because the fact that it in itself, like, inherently outs Link summoning, if that makes sense. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed, please like and subscribe. Please also, if possible, make sure to check out AladdinGG, my gaming channel. I just pulled this on it, like I said earlier. And yeah, thank you guys so much. With that, Spanko YGO signing out. Peace.